Good morning, Wall Street winners. It is Friday, June the 6th, and I wanted to spend a moment talking about earnings releases and what to look for, because there are certain patterns leading into an earnings release. Broadcom, which is symbol AVGO, released earnings yesterday, Thursday, June the 5th, after market close. And you'll see here from the news that they beat on earnings and revenue. They also had a positive future forecast. So there's really three elements to an earnings release. The first is your earnings, which is your profit. The second is your revenue, which is your sales. And you have to have high sales in order to have sales in order to have earnings. And then the third is your future forecast, which is your prediction of sales going forward, whether that's for the next quarter, the next 2, 3, 4 quarters, if it's an annual forecast, but it's usually for the next quarter. And if all three are good and positive and ahead of analyst estimates, the stock often has the tendency to pop and jump in the after hours and then into the next day. But what we saw with Broadcom in the 5-day leading up to, over the 5-day chart here, leading up to earnings, is it had a huge run up from 242, let's say, to 260 prior to earnings. And typically when a stock runs hot and increases on its way into an earnings report, then there's less momentum for that stock to pop at earnings. And that's exactly what happened with Broadcom. You'll see here that it's actually fallen in the post and pre-market heading into the open today. We're about an hour and 10 minutes out. It is down about 3% because it had such a big run up. And although the results were positive, they weren't strong enough to justify an additional pop. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be momentum in this stock at the open, and I think in this case there actually might be, and if there is, it may drag up other semis as well. But that's something to be aware of. You don't want to be taking a big position in a company that's had a huge run up into their earnings before the earnings report without having very good confidence that that earnings report is going to blow past and do very well in comparison to the analyst estimates. Good luck in your trades today. If you like the videos, please hit the like and subscribe button.